to precepts. Black. Great day. All right. Read that.
Federal agencies bar Black History Month and other special observances.
So, just like we told y'all, you are in the land of your captivity when your oppressor determine what days you keep. Press play on the video.
Right there.
We're following breaking news from Washington, where as part of President Trump's pushback on diversity and inclusion initiatives, NBC News has learned that the Defense Intelligence Agency has ordered a pause on all events related to MLK Day or Black History Month, which we should note begins tomorrow. Joining us now with more, NBC News senior White House correspondent Kelly O'Donnell of Politics staff.
So, how is it, if you're free, a lot of Black people claim they're free. How is it that something that you wanted is taken away from you if you're free?
Sing about it.
Right. I am free. How are you free, but somebody else is predicating what days you can keep and what days you own and what days you owe? That's letting you know God is giving you a brisk wake-up call, a loud wake-up call. Negro, you ain't free. Press play.
You're going to learn today.
Writer Ashley Parker and Aaron Haynes, editor-in-chief at the 19th. So, Kelly, this follows a string of anti-DEI initiatives and messaging from the White House. What's this one about?
Well, certainly what we're seeing is that in this particular agency, the Defense Intelligence Agency, there is a memo that has been distributed to staff members making clear that the agency will not support any celebration, commemoration, events associated with Black History Month.
Pause! He said we ain't celebrating nothing that got to do with Black History Month.
Damn. Or Juneteenth.
Or Juneteenth.
The hell,
and we just got Juneteenth.
Yeah.
We just got it.
2-3 years.
You see that? And a lot of y'all, I am free. Yep. A lot of y'all love this land. You think you are African American. No, you are not.
Hell no.
If you ain't, if the white man said, if you put anything over being American, we don't want nothing to do with it. We keep telling y'all, Black people, you did not integrate into white society. Right. You assimilated. When you assimilate, you lose all of your history and all of your culture, and you assume the rights and passages of the leading empire, which is America. And right now, y'all seeing that for your own eyes.
Okay. Hey, matter of fact, based on our books, I'm thinking like them. Yep. Y'all 2/3 of a man.
There
y'all
you
not
go.
even the real full human being.
Hey, you know what's coming after
He's showing
that?
it.
No more singing the Negro anthem at our sporting events.
Yep.
Hey, that's done, bro. That is done.
Press play. Press play.
You ain't lifting no voices up and singing.
And so forth. Now, Martin Luther King Day is enshrined in federal law as a federal holiday, so it's unclear what that means in terms of how that would be observed. Federal workers do not have to come to work on a federal holiday, to state the obvious. So one of the questions we hope to learn more about is how widespread is this approach? President Trump has been very clear in his public statements and in his use of various instruments with a pen, meaning a memo or an executive order or the various things that we've been seeing him sign since he came into office, very clearly saying that he wants to root out DEI programming and hiring-related practices and so forth. And as he has described it, he wants the best people, regardless of what they look like or how they speak or how they live. And so is this a broad policy that will affect all parts of the federal government, or was this the interpretation of a given agency to be in alignment?
Let's take the call. Hey, shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Shalom, leadership. Most time Christ bless. Brother E. Hood.
Brother E. Hood. What's the word?
Not much, Cap. Just captivity. I'm sick of this captivity.
All praise.
Yes, sir. But our people need to repent.
Yeah.
Trump don't give a damn about us.
Right.
Most time Christ bless.
Most time Christ bless. Thank you for calling in. Press play on the video.
With the White House. Part of what this new Trump administration has been trying to do is to get the federal workforce to be in step with President Trump's priorities and his view of how the federal government should operate in a broad array of areas, and included in that is handling matters that deal with diversity, equity, and inclusion programming. And they have rooted out those programs for funding to say those will no longer be funded, but things like Black History Month, which are not which are celebrated in many different contexts, in workplaces, in communities, and so forth. So we have more questions here about what does this mean, and how will the federal workforce note what have been longstanding practices in American culture to honor Black History Month and other kinds of initiatives that lift up parts of our large community, whether it's persons with disabilities, whether it's women's issues, the whole array of things. But at the moment, because as you point out, February 1st begins Black History Month, how will it play out on the federal level? That's part of what we're trying to pursue. We have evidence now.
Take that one off. So, just letting you know, you don't have no power here. Nope. Give me that Nehemiah real quick. Give me that Nehemiah.
Yep. I get you that scripture. You're absolutely right about no power. He couldn't do this to the Jewish man.
Right. Never in a million years.
He couldn't even.
Never.
No Holocaust.
Right. Never in a million years.
There would be a big outcry. Yep. You couldn't do it.
Imagine them trying to take Anne Frank out of the library.
Ooh, boy.
It burned down the library.
I haven't been listening. Has anybody said anything? Ricky Smiley? No. Nobody ain't talking about this, Steve Harvey?
Nobody. You know what's crazy? Remember when they took off the jerseys and threw it? Where's that at?
Nope.
Yeah, you're right.
Nothing.
You're right.
Why they still playing ball?
They hooping, bro. They talking about Luka, the Luka trade.
Right.
They saw what happened to Kyrie. That's why. Nehemiah 9:35.
Yep. Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 35. Sorry, excuse me. For they have not served thee in their kingdom.
Start at 33.
33. Howbeit, thou art just in all that is brought upon
God
us.
is just in everything that's happening to us. Understand, we worthy of everything that's happening to us because we've been trying to teach our people for years, decades, and y'all don't want to hear. Read.
For thou hast done right. But we have done wickedly.
We have done wickedly. We admit that. We admit that. Read.
Neither have our kings, our princes, our priests, nor our fathers kept thy law.
That's where we at right now.
Yep.
Nobody want to keep the commandments. God say, all right, y'all keep playing. I'm raising up thousands of black men. You ain't never seen this in your life. We marched through the worst cities all across this country. Detroit, Washington, D.C., Philadelphia, you name it, we've been there. Memphis, Miami, Orlando, wherever you at. We've been Oakland. Oakland look like a war zone. We marched through, shut the city down for hours. You Negroes still ain't repent. God said, okay. Hey, you can't say you ain't been warned. We got multi-million views across all social media platforms. I'm hard to say. It might be in the billions. Yeah. If you don't count our platforms and other people with random videos, it might be in the billions. People seen us. Read.
Nor hearkened unto thy commandments.
Read.
And thy testimony.
Read.
Wherewith thou didst testify against them. For they have not served thee in their kingdom.
Read.
And in thy great goodness that thou gavest them. And in the large and fat land which thou gavest before them. Neither turn they from their wicked works.
You Negroes ain't turned away from your wicked works. You still celebrating Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, so on and so forth. July 4th. If a Negro celebrate July 4th, I might turn into Mattathias and shoot a firecracker.
They was just shooting out firecrackers for New Year.
Man, you got to be kidding me.
Right.
If you got the nerve to celebrate July 4th this year.
76.
Read.
Yes, sir. Behold. We are servants this day.
We are what?
We are servants this day.
We are servants. You know what a servant do? A servant waiting for the white man to give his judgment, to tell you what you're going to do and not do, and then that's what you got. That's what we're seeing right here. The white man said, oh, Black History Month? We ain't having that no more. Right. Martin Luther King Day? Nah, we ain't doing that no more. Juneteenth? Nah, we ain't going to do that no more either. And you got the nerve to tell me you free?
Cat.
That ain't freedom.
Didn't he say during his speech he gonna make MLK's dream come true?
Right. That on
MLK Day.
On his day. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And for the land that thou gavest unto our fathers to eat the fruit thereof and the good thereof.
Read.
Behold, we are servants in
Hold on, what are we here today?
We are servants in it.
We are servants here in America. You are not a free man. Read.
And it yieldeth much increase unto the kings whom thou hast sent over us because of our sins.
Because of our sins, read.
Also, they have dominion over our bodies.
Hold on.
That's it right there.
Hold on. What do they have?
That's
dominion over our bodies.
How do they have dominion over your body? Because if they say, hey, Black History Month is no more, guess what? You ain't going to that parade no more. If they say you ain't celebrating this, you ain't celebrating that, you ain't got Dominion no more. A few years back, y'all just found out, oh, you want to go out of state? You want to go out of the country? You got to get a shot to do it. If you don't, you didn't get the COVID vaccine? Sorry, Negro, you can't work here. You a slave. I'm the master. I make the judgments. A lot of y'all don't understand what true rulership in Dominion looks like. What you're seeing here today, what Trump is doing, that's rulership.
Right.
That's power. That's sovereignty.
That's gangster.
Yeah, Negroes talking about they sovereign. Negro, you ain't sovereign, you're sorry. That's what you is. You just sorry.
Boy,
That's gangster.
Right. So, where we going next? Where we going next?
Hey, get Exodus 5:17 right quick. Because you can pull up the next video.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna pull up the next video. This is what Trump's saying. Y'all want to celebrate this? You want to celebrate that? He gonna remind us who we are. Read that.
Exodus chapter 5, verse 17. But he said, ye are idle.
What?
Ye are idle.
Go ahead.
Therefore ye say, let us go and do sacrifice to the Lord.
Read verse 18.
Go therefore now and work.
Trump said, I'll put y'all back to work. I'm going to take away all those federal aids and all of that stuff that he's trying to do. He said, y'all go back to work. Y'all going to remember who y'all is.
Bring back the marriage
Play that
system.
video. So now that Negroes are finding out that their history going to be taken away, let's see what they're doing.
Of Black History Month, and it comes as the White House is dismantling diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts within the federal government. Fox 9's Leon Purvis is live in the newsroom, and Leon, here in Minnesota, that's sparking some harsh criticism.
Nathan, that's right. The people I spoke with believe education and celebration of Black History Month must go on. They aren't surprised by this move, but they believe now is the time for their stories to be told.
So racism is when people treat you differently because you're black or white. So
pause! You see that? Wow. This is the history that's being taught to our children. They don't know. This woman don't know what the hell she talking about. She's trying to teach son. She don't know. She don't even understand. The book she reading out of is a white publisher and a white writer.
Right.
Go ahead, press play.
When people treat you differently because you're black or white. So for me, this does not do anything except make me double down on my commitment to teach it to my children.
Martin Luther King Jr. was born in 1929 in Georgia.
Shaletta Brundage is taking action into...
What a man at? Can somebody tell me where the father's at?
Exactly.
Nowhere to be found.
Hey, if you want to be on news, nigga, you can't sit in this picture.
Go ahead, press play.
She running the house.
Hands to teach her children about Black History Month.
Abolitionists and women's rights activists in the...
After recent national efforts to undermine diversity, equity, and inclusion. On Friday, President Trump signed a proclamation recognizing Black History Month, but in the same breath, his own Department of Defense declared Identity Month's dead at DOD.
But they can keep their little money. They can keep their pocket change. And then watch us show out and show up and create new ways of sharing what is important to our culture.
The Trump administration says its rollbacks of DEI is because he believes it threatens merit-based hiring, promotion, and educational opportunities.
If that was the case, we'd have more black CEOs. This country has never been fair. This country enslaved people. This country doesn't want to teach you your history.
It's a conversation that's made its way to major corporations.
If you're a CEO of an organization and you are in charge, you need to communicate clearly to your leadership all the way down what values you stand for.
Another thing on hold in the federal workplace are employee networking groups. That's why Shaletta is taking things into her own hands and put together a Black Entrepreneur Day at the state capitol on Monday. Live in the newsroom, Leon Purvis, Fox 9.
What I wanted y'all to see is what history she was teaching. She didn't have the Bible open, teaching them Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Nope.
She going to 1923 about Martin Luther King.
Yep.
What are you teaching any different than what got us to the conditions that we in today?
Yep.
Go to Deuteronomy 6. Go ahead.
No, go ahead and bring that out. I got to bring this up.
Deuteronomy 6 and verse, let's start at verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you should be teaching your children. This is what we must teach our children.
Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 20. And when thy son...
Hold on. Hey, Shalom, caller, what's your name? Take the call, y'all. Take the call. Take the call. Take the call. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question or comment? Where you calling from?
Yeah, this brother Dave, man. Calling from Houston.
Houston, Texas. What's going on, my brother?
Yeah, man. I'm watching y'all, man. I just listened to this one a while ago, and I said the same thing you said a while ago. Where the man at? I was just calling to say that. But you beat the punch.
All praise to the Most High. You in the spirit, brother. You in the spirit.
Man, this is our problem, man. And I've been watching y'all for a little while, man. And this is sad, man. And then for the black preacher, the black pastor that supported Trump you remember last time when he made president?
Yep.
Up at Detroit, Michigan, the black church supported him.
Right.
And then they supported this time. But where they at now?
Right.
Where the black preachers at now? I don't see no black preachers out here saying nothing.
Nowhere to be found.
They put them in office. They put them in office, man.
Yep.
And you can't find these jokers.
Nope. Can't find them nowhere.
Man, ain't nothing changed, brother. Ain't nothing changed.
100% correct.
Right, man. Y'all be blessed, man.
All praise. Thank you for calling in. So, go back where we was at.
Deuteronomy 6:20.
Yep.
And when thy son asketh thee in time to come, saying, what meaneth these testimonies, and the statutes, and the judgments, which the Lord our God hath commanded you? Then thou shalt say unto thy son.
This is what God gave us specific instructions on how to teach during Black History Month. Read.
We were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt.
We gotta let them know we were slaves.
Right.
A lot of y'all keep starting out with doggone Martin Luther King, who was a great leader, but you gotta go to why Martin Luther King was even in the condition that he was in. Why was he even marching for equal rights? Because we were brought here as slaves. But you ain't able to go even back to the 1600s because they didn't teach you that. Because they took slavery out the book. Read.
We were Pharaoh's bondmen in Egypt. And the Lord brought us out of Egypt with a mighty hand.
You see that? That's what happened to us. That is what happened to us aforetime. And if y'all had spiritual sense, it would make so much sense to your children. But because you're not able to tap into your history, now they confused. Because you'll sit there and say about Martin Luther King, then you're going to say, yeah, the white man's evil. And then you're going to say, yeah, I'm married to a white man. You confusing these kids. They don't know what the hell is going on. What you got, Cap?
All right, I'm gonna just read it out of there. Hey, blow that up. So this is out of a book. No, go down, scroll down to where it's right there, where it says the slave is mere. Because Trump said that he wants people based on their merit, right? You know what that means. Yep. Merit based, right? So now, read that. This is out of a book called Ebony and Ivy. There's the slave is a mere animal. So I want you to consider this has been the thought from the beginning about us. Go ahead.
The slave is a mere animal. And free black people were really but little better.
Wait. The free black people what?
Really but little better.
Go ahead.
Colored people lack merit and character.
You see that? Damn. That's what they thought way back then. Read that again.
Colored people lack merit and character.
Merit and character. Go ahead.
Green added, and the nation would spiral into a race war if black freedom was not tied to expiration.
Expatriation. Right. Denouncing who you are. Go ahead.
The possibility of failure was unacceptable.
Scroll down. Right. Read that part right there.
I seriously doubt whether there is one white father or mother in New Jersey who would be willing that a son or daughter should contract marriage with the best educated Negro, male or female.
I want you to understand that these are the people that were running the colleges that you're reading from. Right. Okay, go ahead.
And what do you think, sir, of a black governor, a black chief justice, a black member of Congress, a black member of the legislature, a black justice of the peace, or even a black lawyer?
They didn't feel like we were fit to have any of those roles in their society.
Damn. So now when they say they want to go back to merit based, you automatically that's what they already got in their mindset.
That's what they got in their minds, right?
So when they see your application, they're like, yeah, all that's good, but this is what I know who you are.
Right.
Damn. Double L for us. Go to the next video. So, read that.
Florida students are giving up Saturdays to learn black history lessons that schools don't teach.
This came out a while back. Remember, in Florida, we already had this thing happen to us at the state level. DeSantis been oppressing us down here.
Right.
He been attacking woke policy, so to speak, for years. So this ain't new to us. Florida students giving up Saturday, let's learn black history. Let's read a little bit of this article real quick. You got to read quickly.
Sir. Buried among Florida's manicured golf courses and sprawling suburbs are the artifacts of its slaves-holding past, the long-lost cemeteries of enslaved people, the statues of Confederate soldiers that still stand watch over town square, the old plantations turned into modern subdivisions that bear, had to pop up real quick, that bear the same name, but many students aren't learning that kind of black history in the Florida classroom.
You see that? That goes back to what Sada Shakur just said. You're never going to learn your history from an oppressive people. Go ahead.
In an old wooden bungalow in Delray Beach, Charlene Farrington and her staff gather groups of teenagers on Saturday morning to teach them lessons she worries that public schools won't provide.
Now, here's the kicker. We got schools all over the world where we give you in-depth, detailed history lessons week after week, books, history, videos that's never been seen free of charge. But because y'all neglect the prophets, y'all ain't tapped in. Y'all got to get tapped in with us. Go ahead.
They talk about South Florida's Caribbean roots, the state's dark history of lynchings.
Of what?
Of lynchings.
We talk about that.
How segregation,
we talk about that,
still shapes the landscape, and how grassroots activists mobilize the civil rights movement to upend generations of oppression.
You see that? So that's just a little bit. We short on time, but when you go through, basically it's showing you how the history that they try to teach you ain't gonna tap into what you need to learn.
But if they was keeping God's laws, they could come in here on the Sabbath.
There you go. That's simple. That's simple. Or invite us to a youth violence conflict resolution. We'll teach you that too.
You know, it's interesting because the video you played a while ago, it said the DOD is stopping that. Department of Defense, it says the purpose of them is to protect the United States and its national interest by providing military forces to deter war.
Damn. They're letting you know they're at war. They at war. Go to the next video.
Go back to J. Edgar Hoover again.
Sweeping action from the Trump administration late tonight. We have learned all federal employees working on diversity, equity, and inclusion programs and initiatives will be put on paid administrative leave starting to.
All Negroes that got a job under the DI, you put on leave. Yes, sir. I'm telling you. Y'all think y'all free. You ain't free. Go ahead, press play.
At 4 p.m. Now, this is part of an executive order which also revokes protecting people seeking certain federal positions from being discriminated against based on their race, color, sex, and religion, among other things.
And this watch. All right, go to the next
white man crafty because it said paid administrative leave. So the Negro's still gonna be asleep.
Yep.
He
that goes back to that merit.
Yeah.
They got paid. They gonna give them 8 months. Yeah. But when them eight months, so you know black people, the last 2 months they're gonna try to find a job.
Right.
Then you ain't gonna be able to find one. Then you're gonna be hurt. Yep. You're gonna realize real fast. Go ahead, press play.
A lot of folks have been talking about Target, the latest company to announce.
Hold on. Target, women, all you black women that love Target so much, stop spending all your husband money at Target. They don't give a damn about us. Go ahead.
Are ending their various DEI initiatives. They join the likes of Walmart, McDonald's, Lowe's, which actually has a black CEO, Toyota, as I said, McDonald's and other companies that have made these decisions. But you've had companies that have stood with their DEI initiatives. And in the face of these conservatives like Robbie Starbuck trying to push them to get rid of them. JP Morgan Chase.
Pause.
Delta Air.
Now they slave owners, but now you want to support them. Go ahead.
Airlines, United Airlines, American Airlines, Costco, Apple. Amazon has also said they will be pulling back some of their various initiatives. Now, while all of this is happening, African Americans have been responding by saying, what the hell? What's going on? Then, of course, on the federal level, you've got Donald Trump, who is ordering all the federal agencies to get rid of DEI. And so they have made this the linchpin of their week one strategy. A lot of folks.
So, pause. So, all that's showing is that now other groups that ain't federal, because he can only sign it for federal jobs, the DEI. But now they're saying, oh, okay, well, that's what we're doing. So now the companies that really didn't give a damn about you, they're like, we following suit with federal law before they make it federal law. Go to Isaiah. Go to Isaiah. A lot of y'all gonna get a rude awakening.
Hey, them black folks didn't even know they was a DEI hire.
Right.
They thought they was really qualified.
Merit-based.
No, sir. Isaiah 29, verse, let's start at 14.
Sir.
28.
Shoot, I wish I was a DEI hire. Shoot, I would have took advantage of that.
8 months off.
Isaiah 28 and verse 14. Wherefore, hear the word of the Lord, ye scornful men that rule this people, which is in Jerusalem. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
That's what a lot of our people do. They have made a covenant with death. We finna show you further examples, not only with the job, but with your politics and with your religion. Read.
And with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
A lot of y'all thought that. Y'all thought, Trump coming in, I know he racist, but he ain't gonna bother me. I'm good with the Republican Party.
Hey, remember them dudes you showed that was going for Trump?
Yeah.
Remember them? Yeah, time for a new whatever.
Jump on a new slave master. Yeah, he was dancing and
there you
everything.
go. There you go. Prime example. Read.
Dancing there.
For we have made lies our refuge.
They have made lies their refuge. Read.
And under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
And under falsehoods have they hid themselves. So let's see what happened to these people that believe this. Oh, we got another caller.
New N-word.
Hey, Shalom. Take the call, y'all. Hey, Shalom, caller. What's your name? Question, comment. Where you calling from?
My name is Adrian. I'm calling from Birmingham. I have a question about, isn't the Supreme Court, though they have DEA hires or something like that?
They probably do. I'm not sure.
Because I know Clarence Thomas.
So they're going to fire Clarence Thomas?
Damn.
And another guy. That lady.
Soda Mayor or something like that.
I'm going to get off right now, and I'll let it go.
All praise. Thank you for calling in.
Watch out, Clarence Thomas.
Right. They gonna kick Clarence Thomas out?
Cause they set it up to have every black person that has a good job. Oh, you DI hire.
There you go.
Yep.
That's wild.
Even if you wasn't.
Right.
Yeah. Even if you wasn't.
I'm afraid we're gonna have to let you go.
What they're trying to say is that, I'm gonna keep it real. We probably are qualified for those jobs. They're just gonna say that you are DI hired.
Yeah.
Cause we going to school, got college credentials. Who's to say we're not qualified? We are qualified.
Right. Exactly.
Just like they tell you overqualified.
Exactly.
Yep. That's the thing.
A lot of people are qualified. Most black people are overqualified for their jobs that they got.
Exactly.
Most of them are overqualified because you can't get it's hard to get a job. Or you knew somebody. Go ahead. Read this one.
Yes, sir. Miami Herald. The new N-word.
The what?
The new N-word.
So they're saying the new N-word. Let's see what it is.
Trump's purge of DEI programs incenses black leaders. Incenses black leaders in South Florida.
So incense, look up the word incense so people can understand. I know my people ain't that bright. Let's make sure y'all understand what they saying right here. I got to make sure y'all understand. Them headlines be written at 12th grade level.
You damn DEI hire.
Damn. DEI?
Damn.
What?
Incense.
No, that's
nope,
incense.
Not that one.
Smell good.
No.
That's
not frankincense.
Frankincense, incense.
It's a Levite back there.
Come on.
Incense.
Come on, IT. Or is it spelled the same or is it spelled different? Because it might have two definitions. Might be spelled the same.
Oh my God! Hey,
what are we doing?
Come on,
trying to find
brothers.
it? No.
Right click.
They get the synonym.
Get the 16-year-olds off. No, maybe put the 16-year-olds on there. I don't know.
Incense, perfume.
No.
Incense.
Anger, brothers. Come on. There you go. Right there.
There you go. Right there.
There
You go. Go ahead. Pull it up on the screen so people can see it. There you go.
Make someone very angry.
Hold on, do what?
Make someone very angry.
Now go back to the title of the article. Go back to the title of the article. Yep, read it.
The new N-word, Trump's purge of DEI programs incenses black leaders in South Florida.
So now the black leaders are mad at Trump. Ain't that something? Scroll down. Let's read a little bit of this article. Read fast.
Yes, sir. In his first 2 weeks as president, Donald Trump has signed a flurry of executive orders. Some aimed at rolling back civil rights advancements and purging the federal governments of diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, more commonly known as DEI. The Biden administration forced illegal and immoral discrimination programs, going by the name Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, DEI, into virtually all aspects of the federal government in areas ranging from airline safety to the military. Trump's January 20th executive order states, Trump and his supporters have thrown the three letters around pejoratively from calling Kamala Harris a DEI candidate. Wow. To blaming the ship that crashed into the Baltimore Bridge and the Los Angeles wildfire on DEI hiring practices that somehow put unqualified individuals in place of authority. Just this week, he blamed DEI for a deadly plane crash in Washington, D.C.
Go ahead, Cap. You finna say something?
Hey, that's why when I brought that out, I'm just going to read this little part of it.
Yep.
And then when the guy says, and what do you think, sir, of a black governor, black justice, black member of Congress, black lawyers?
You are making it hard for us, black Americans, for Trump, member rips president on CNN.
Go to the video.
Black Americans for Trump.
Let's see the video of
Go
this
to the
guy
video.
here.
Go to the video. It's I sent a whole separate link. Come on, IT. Y'all don't even look at the content before we post it. It's a whole
Right there.
separate link.
Watch the video at this link, but yeah.
Nah, you can't watch it on that link. It's
Okay.
a whole separate link that I posted in the group. Come on, IT. Come on now, dog. Or maybe I didn't post it. Let me make sure.
And actually,
Nope, that's not.
Hold on, let me see. Is that it?
No.
Scroll. I think I said 40 seconds to something. Or 53 seconds. Yeah, all right. Go ahead. Y'all ain't at the right. God, dog. Come on, y'all. Why do we put time markers
positions
on?
in our government who, by objective standards, do not have the qualifications to do their job, should be, if you care about meritocracy, something that we are able to talk about.
I call it the Wizard of Oz strategy, where it's don't look at the man behind the curtain, right? Look at what I'm saying, believe what I'm saying, only what I'm saying is the truth.
Pause.
He's defining reality.
That's what your pastors have been doing for years, centuries.
Right.
Don't fact check nothing that I say.
Don't open about
Jesus white. Where can we read that? Jesus white. Where can I read that? That doesn't matter. But hold on, it said somebody told me down the street he was black. Well, no, he's white. Where can we read it? That's what Trump do. Go ahead, press play.
Before the investigation even begins, he starts talking about it's DEI, it's black people, it's gay people, it's people who aren't like me, it's everybody but me when I'm in charge. I mean, it's bizarre when you really think about it. Then when you think about the people that he's put in these positions, Pete Hegseth, who has these allegations of sexual assault and allegations of drunkenness, allegations of running these nonprofits into the ground, RFK Jr., who's an anti-vaxxer to run the Department of Health. And the only time he puts someone in charge who actually knows what they're doing and has actually been in a position where they've been at the top of the agency is after these planes fall out of the sky. He then puts a FAA veteran in charge of the FAA.
You know what's sad? The helicopter crew that Trump has repeatedly blamed before any investigation has happened. We don't know yet all the causes because it won't just be one thing. One of the families doesn't want that person's name released. And it seems, based on their statement, that that third person who was on the helicopter was a woman, because they are looking for a scapegoat who is a woman or a black person or whatever. Like, they're looking for some people
on
like
the
that.
right, and I call it the woke right, on the right, who were literally saying that I think the male pilot had 1,000 hours, this phantom female pilot had 500 hours of training.
Now he finna say something. He says from crash. He's a radio host and a GOP political strategist. GOP is the grand old party, which is the Republican Party. And it's funny that they even call it GOP. I guess that's the way to hide the Republicans. But he's a Republican. He for Trump. Watch what he say.
They don't know anything about what the requirements are. They don't know how long that person had been in service. Donald Trump appealing to these people in his second week, when we're not talking about the economy, we're not talking about any of that. We're talking about DEI, and he had no evidence, and people are out there defending it. I'm not going to get on television to defend it. I want Donald Trump to know you are making it hard for us who are not looking for a payout or something.
You making it hard for me to defend you, master. I'm out here fighting in these streets for you, but you're making it hard. I'm just letting you know, Trump. That's what's going on. Now give me Isaiah 29 again. Give me Isaiah 29.
Yeah, he feeling like James Worthy. Like James, who was that? You know, the ball player when the Houston Rockets dude said that crazy stuff against China. I was you know what I'm talking about. He had to defend him.
Isaiah 29:15. Read that.
Isaiah 29 and verse 15. Woe unto them that seek
28 and 15. I'm sorry, 28 and 15.
Yes, sir. 28 and 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
A lot of y'all think because you support this man and everything's gonna be good. No, read.
And with hell are we at agreement.
You at hell with agreement. Read.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge.
Read.
And under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
So now that he done woke up and he see it's affecting his people, now he can realize, hey man, Trump, what you saying ain't making no sense, bruh. That ain't true what you saying. But when you was rallying all your fellow black people to the polls, you ain't have a problem with it then. You ain't have a problem with none of his rhetoric, none of his policies before. But now you see with clear eyes. Funny how that works.
For Trump. Huh?
Right. Funny how that works. All right, go out of that. Go to the next one.
Apologetics for Trump.
What was the next video?
It's you liberals who have lifted them up.
So remember, he said about the right and the left, and and he voting for them. DEI controls who they hire.
Right.
That's pretty much what it does. Because if it was really off merit, a lot more black people would be employed. If it was really off merit. You know how we know that? Look at the NFL today. Now they trying to really just hire whoever can get the job done because coaches getting fired. And what happens? Half the league got black quarterbacks.
Right.
But it took until 2025. So the rest of that time, during the DEI hires, you mean to tell me the white folks are better? No. When the pressure change, pressure bust pipes.
Hey, I'm going to say this right quick, Cap. When I was coming up, and some of the older brothers and sisters know this, we was always taught you had to be 2-3 times better anyway.
Yep. There you go. Go ahead, press play on this.
It's you liberals who have lifted them up, Howard.
Paul, you conservatives make a mistake. You can't afford to strangle hope in people. Without hope, people become dangerous.
No, Howard, you liberals have let them invade our society. You give them jobs, political jobs.
Paul, you missed the point. It's only the smart ones we move up.
That makes it even worse.
No, we have to move them up. If we leave a smart one in the ghetto, he might develop into a leader against us. But if we raise him up into white society, we neutralize him. He feels compelled to try to act like us. He loses his identity and his racial anger, if he has any. He becomes alien to his brothers. They realize he sold them out and they grow to hate him. He becomes worthless to them and safe for us. No, thank you. In fact, in his love for the creature comforts, except for his color, he's become one of us.
Pause. That's what y'all just witnessed is what he just read. That's what he just talked about. That brother reached his position, and now he wants to regain his racial anger.
Right.
But it's too late. You in too deep.
Yep.
You don't even know what's going on with your people. But guess what? They gave him that position. He don't understand that. Now, I want to show y'all something. Go pull up the picture of the book. Pull up the picture of the book. All right, this is the American Directory of Certified Uncle Toms. Because what you just saw with, what's the brother name? I forgot his name, but he's an Uncle Tom. Now I'm going to show you how these brothers get these positions. Pull up the picture. Go ahead. Make it bigger for you so you can see it.
So that moreover, Cap?
Yep, moreover.
Yes, sir. Moreover, blacks are still entirely dependent on another race for their food, shelter, clothing, education,
read it faster,
defense, and capital, just as were the Africans in chattel slavery. The so-called Negro colleges, which should have prepared the black race for self-government and self-sufficiency, have instead aided the white man in plunging the race yet deeper into subjection. They seem only to have been successful in getting the masses to believe that such servility is their natural station.
So all we've done during the civil rights movement is move us further into oppression. Go ahead.
Originally, the education of the ex-slave was financed by northern white philanthropists and missionaries who believed firmly in the Jewish Talmudic dictum that blacks were the cursed children of Ham.
So all of these people up north that y'all love to say were abolitionists, they followed Jewish policies and agendas. Go ahead.
Destined to be permanent laborers for the white race.
That's why all the HBCUs are what? AME. Why? So they can work in the field. Agricultural and mechanical universities. Go ahead.
The basic training of blacks for the function was to be performed by the Negro College in the model ultimately perfected by let me see what the next one says.
Yep. Arch accommodates.
Yes, accommodates. Booker T. Washington at his Tuskegee Institute.
Read.
The Negro College, now known by the integrationist term historically black college, run under the administration of Negro proxies, but financed and controlled by whites.
But what?
Financed and controlled by whites. Provided instruction for blacks in agriculture and the trades. At the same time, it restrained the natural intellectual aspirations of its black students, channeling their brilliance toward ritual rather than analysis, maintaining rather that innovation and service rather than sovereignty. Merit was awarded to black pupils on the basis of their swift absorption of and dodge allegiance to Eurocentric ideals.
So you got rewarded for how European you can be, not based on true merit. That's what y'all don't understand. That's all the DEI is. How white can you be to get this job, Negro? Because we're going to only hire one of you.
Right.
Who's going to pledge allegiance to European rule? Go ahead.
And the fervor with which they accepted their second-class citizenship. This designated role was reinforced from the highest levels of white supremacy. No less of an American than President Woodrow Wilson, who presided over both the United States and Princeton University, used his prominence in setting the nation's education goals and policies.
So, what I wanted to show you real quick was that is the mindset of the people to keep us at this state. Hey, y'all, it's 8:59. We got Black History Month all month.
Right.
We ain't even getting started yet.
We just getting started.
Shout out to the IT Officer Abel, Officer Anastasia, Brother Christian. Who else back there?
David.
Soldier David. Duell, all praises. Shout out to the MOV for setting up. Soldier Baruch, Soldier Jonathan. Shout out to the security, the sisters. Shout out to MOV for setting up. All praise to the Most High. Most importantly, y'all, shout out to you, the viewers. I see we got 1,000 people online.
All praise.
Go to the schools nearest you. Go to the schools nearest you. Go and learn. Go and learn. We got school buildings all over the country. Get into your schools where y'all at, y'all. With that, we say shalom.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children